Hello, my beautiful love goddesses. Let me open up my chat here. Okay, I am so excited to be here. Let me double check. I am live everywhere. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Perfect. So excited to be here. Oh, what a shitty day it was yesterday, and what a great day it is today. For me, anyone can relate. Anyway, I am here. I am happy to be here, shining my own light, and I want to talk to you about what's happening at the Lovegodesss Studio, give you updates on everything we've been working on behind the scenes. And I'm sure I'll get inspired during our conversation. I'll get inspired onto a certain subject. In fact, I have these awesome decks. Maybe I'll talk on what's going to come up for me to talk on. I am always being guided. I am always following my gut and my intuition, right? And oh my God, that's not the subject I should be talking on right now. It says I love my food and my food loves me. Don't ask me that question because I have been on a binge eating habit, which I have been healing. I am at my heaviest weight right now, again at 160. My goal weight is 140. Yeah, so I'm 20 pounds over my goal weight. And because I've been in so much stress, I've been binge eating. And that is my vulnerability. That is something I have talked on before. And I go through periods where I heal that. And then I am back in times of a lot of stress. That's my coping mechanisms. It almost happens that I black out. I open the fridge and I start putting the food into my mouth. So the message was actually not for you girls, it was for me. I am being reminded that I am needing to be mindful around my food and not use food as a way, as an addiction to numb my own feelings, right? I've been meditating a lot. Yesterday, I have been I wouldn't say I was fully fasting, but what I did do, I did not eat any solid food, which was great. And this was my first step to healing my relationship to my food. But I've been when I felt the hunger to the point where I couldn't even bear it anymore, I poured myself vegetable broth because I'm vegetarian, and I would warm it up and I would drink it. And I would also put a little bit of dried crackers in it. Not a lot, just ever so slightly, just very few. And that has put down my hunger to the place where it was enough. So lots of water. And I wasn't hungry, but this morning I woke up, I'm not as bloated. I could feel my stomach shrink, like physically I could feel it. So I am on a good habit. So I am keeping my fingers crossed that being mindful around my food is the way to go for me. And I am so far, it's only been one day, but I've been very successful at doing this. So, by the way, thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to see your comments. Oh, wait, we have one. All right. In said she also binge eats, and that's a struggle. Girlfriend, I am a leader of a Love Goddess movement, and I binge eat. And I've shared this before, and it is very, very common. So you are not alone. I am here with you. It is about being mindful about our food. It is about being stopping yourself and like really checking in instead of checking out. For me, it was checking out. Like, I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be feeling the feelings that are upsetting, right? And I would go to the fridge and I would like, and my biggest weakness is cheese, and that's like the worst thing you can do when you're trying to control your weight. So I would like create like a bread sandwich, put the cheese on top. It was like oh. So, but I am being mindful. If I'm hungry, I'm not like starving myself. I allow myself to eat, and I just watch what it is. Like, instead of cheese and bread, I eat vegetables, right? And so, and also another thing in my mind that I'm mentally working on with my food is being disconnected. Like, food for me and like for everyone else is a place of pleasure, right? We see food and it's like, oh, I love food. Food tastes good. That's a place of pleasure. And so in my mind, I'm working mentally, and that's like so hard to do, by the way, to separate the connection of pleasure and food. Like, food is for not feeling hungry, not for me to crave, like to um suppress my cravings, right? Like, I am trying to not crave food. I am I am eating just to not feel hungry instead of eating for pleasure. Right? Does it make sense? So that's another thing that mentally I'm working on, and that's like so hard. That's super super hard. Um and sometimes I allow myself the pleasure, right? Sometimes I allow myself to have those moments, but it needs to be mindful. That's the key about food. It needs to be mindful instead of checking out with food and eating and not even realizing you are eating. That's what's been happening for me. I was just like using, oh, I have a craving, let me go eat, right? So so funny. I was guided by my miracles now deck to talk on food today. How crazy, right? But I really, really want to share with you what's happening at the Lovegodesss Studio. I know, like, I've been talking on it, and I feel like I have not been talking enough on it, right? Um, so the Lovegodesss Studio, as far as photography portion, is open, fully functional, fully operational. We now have client interviews. If you are following Boiling Point Boudoir, we now posting mini flash client interviews, because a lot of women are commenting on our post saying, oh, she can do it and I can't. And then so that just helps for other women to see the real women behind the photos, right? They are wearing hoodies, they are imperfect, they're moms, they have bellies, they have C-section scars. So that create, in my mind, this creates that relatableness to what it is that we are doing, right? Instead of just posting pictures. In the past, we just posted our photos, and they're great photos, but women couldn't relate, right? Women would see this and they would comment, oh, she can do it, I can't, right? And like, I really want to nail the point down that like boudoir is for everyone, and you don't need to be size 0 to do this, because that is the whole point of boudoir, is falling in love with who you are as you are now. Imperfectly perfect is how how I say, right? So boudoir is fully functional, fully operational. We are booking. But what's really is exciting, that's going to happen at the end of May, is that we will also open the community portion of the Lovegodesss Studio. So, as you know, we have moved to Town Center Station, right next to Mission Barbecue in Town Center, or near Town Center. We do not yet have a big sign for our space. We are working with a sign company, and they quoted us 2 months from now for the sign to be ready. So we are waiting on that sign. Girls, it's also not cheap. I saw the price tag. I was like, oh, So that's coming. But I've been busy, especially this week, decorating the front lobby space. This is going to be a community room. We have two rooms, right? The community room and then the dance studio. So the community room is dedicated specifically for women to come in and form friendships, attend workshops, get together. If you are a member, and we're going to be enrolling Love Goddess Club membership, where women who are members of the Love Goddess Club will be able to come in at any time and use the community room, whether it's some kind of meeting with your girlfriend, whether you want to have like a quiet space to work on something outside of home, right? And bring your laptop. We don't have a lot of seating, but we have a couch and we have comfortable chairs and we have some sitting area, right? This is also where we are planning to host events. And the goal is to have daily something at the Love Goddess community room, to where either us or we invite other boutiques or other businesses to come in and talk on their subject of expertise, right? Or if one of the girls who is a member of a Love Goddess Club, let's say she is pure romance distributor, right? She can, as a member of a Love Goddess Club, she can come in and do her party with other women, and we can invite other women to attend her event, right? So we want this to be a community, and that's the key element. The reason for the Lovegodesss Studio, one, is for women to have opportunities to have a safe space to come in and have a community, because a lot of women, I hear from them, they say they're lonely. They want to have that sense of community. Then I hear a lot of women saying that they want to find friends. So that's the second purpose for the community, right? To form friendships, especially in our transient area where people are coming and going due to military obligations, right? And so a lot of people here, a lot of women here don't have friends or support system. It is that much more important for us to have that space where we come together as women, right? And the third reason why I am creating the Lovegodesss Studio is for women to have a system where they could tap into their erotic identity, where they could tap into their sexuality, where they could have that daily opportunities to explore themselves as feminine creature, as a feminine erotic creature, right? And so we'll have dance classes, we'll have spirituality workshops, and I'm going to share about that in a second after I finish talking about the community room, right? Because dance space is a separate space right next to the community room. So the community room will host some sort of events daily. This is also an open space for women to come in, right? So that's what's going to be happening at the community room. Also, we're going to have this awesome selfie chair. Hold on, I did take a picture of it. I wonder if I'm able to even show you. Okay, this is, I don't know how much you can't, hold on. There we go. It's correcting itself. There we go. I have this awesome chair, and for some reason it's still out of focus. I'm trying to show you. Ah! You get the idea though. Unfortunately, so I had this girl who was supposed to be my painter, and she was supposed to paint massive giant rows behind this chair. And I have made arrangements for her to come in yesterday and start painting at 9 a.m. Well, guess what? She didn't show up at 9 a.m. She showed up when I no longer had time for her, and she was fired from it. Unfortunately, she was not meant to paint my rose. So right now, I don't have a rose painted that I really wanted to have painted by our opening time, and I have really decided to let this idea go for the meantime. So we'll definitely have a rose. It's just not gonna happen by end of May. But we do have that selfie chair, and we will have some kind of background behind it so girls can take selfies, right? That's our way to share those images on social media so you can promote the Lovegodesss Studio and also have awesome selfies at the same time, right? But yeah, that is what's going to be happening inside the community room. Now, our dance studio, let me share with you, I've been in conversations with instructors for dance classes, for spirituality workshops. And while I'm still looking for some instructors who can do striptease and burlesque, I do have arrangements made for these type of classes as far as dance. And the reason why I have dance classes is because that's another way, just like boudoir is a tool to tap into your erotic feminine side, dance is a tool to tap into that purely feminine side that awakens that feminine erotic energy within yourself. And that energy is very healing energy. When you truly work that energy through dance, you feel peace, you feel bliss, right? You feel bliss when you truly work that energy through dance. So these are the type of dances we're going to have at the Lovegodesss Dance Studio. I have made arrangements for bachata dance, salsa dance, Latin mix. I have also made arrangements for ecstatic dance, which is like a free flow tribal, kind of like really cool tribal, where you get into this trance state and dance with your body, not like how you're supposed to. That's really, really cool. Then I have made arrangements for a heel dance, right? And chair dance. So we have an instructor for heels and chair. um, I have an instructor for hip hop. So that's more like a Zumba type of workout with hip hop inclination. Follow along, right? That would be really cool. Who else do I have as far as dance? I think that is it for dance, and I don't have my schedule yet. I am currently working and confirming my instructors as far as times. That way, I can release the schedule, and you can start booking classes. We're also in the process of setting up software right now, so you can self book. Right? If you are a dance instructor or know a dance instructor who could potentially be a good fit for who we're looking for, I'd love for you to share that with me. Also, those dance instructors are able to rent the dance studio for their individual classes, and I've been asked that a lot as well. Um, let's see. So that's as far as dance. But, here at the Lovegodesss community with the Lovegodesss movement or Lovegodesss philosophy is what I call it. We treat our sexuality and spirituality as the same energy, right? So outside of just dance classes, we will be hosting spirituality. God, help me talk today. Spirituality workshops, right? And spirituality workshops that we will be hosting will consist of meditations, live design visualization workshops, right? And by workshops, I mean they're set up in a form of a classes. So the classes will be on a drop-in system, not on a like you don't need to sign up for a long-term program. It's going to be drop-in class, right? So if you are a member of the Lovegodesss Club, and by the way, your first class is always free, right? So you can test out what Love Goddess Studio is like and whether it's your tribe or not. Um, and by the way, the reason like why we are so unique is because we are not teaching you how to be a stripper. We are not doing the shaky like Beyonce. We're not going all advanced and super fast. It is beginner only. So if you are an advanced dancer, this is not for you. We are beginner oriented, and we go and explore the energy behind your sexuality. We're not focused on doing the moves correctly. We're focusing on you feeling into the dance, however imperfect it is, right? We are focusing on cultivating your erotic energy through a dance, right? And we're going very slow. We are very classy. We are not provocative. We don't shake our asses, but we do flow through dance in a very classy, beautiful, classy, high value woman manner, right? Just like what who Love Goddess is. We're a Lovegodesss Studio, not a stripper studio. So that's the key differentiator. That is so important to note. By the way, Mambo Room in Norfolk has closed its doors. While it's sad, it somehow the timing of this worked to our advantage because a lot of teachers have transferred to the Love Goddess Studio. We also got the chairs from them. We got the dance mirrors from them. So somehow, I don't know how, but by divine guidance, I didn't even know it until one instructor told me that they're closing. And I attended classes there. I was like, wait a second, what? They're closing? That's really sad. Anyway, so that's as far as dance, right? Let's go back to spirituality. So we are hosting meditation workshops, right? Meditation classes, where we would have a guided meditation for an hour. We are hosting sisterhood circles where some of the circles will be sharing circles where we share about our lives or our problems or what bothers us, and other sisters hold space for that. um, we will host sistership circles as a celebration of women, meaning that each woman gives another woman a compliment and tells us, and that just boosts our confidence. Another cool thing with the spirituality portion of the Love Goddess Studio that we will be doing is inner child workshops. This is a crazy idea I had 2 days ago. I do not know if it's going to stick or not. I do know a lot of women will call this BS and crazy, but I also know that the other half will be ecstatic because I have not seen anything like that anywhere else, right? I actually want us to to tap into our inner little girl, right? So innocence, into our inner innocence, into our playfulness. So if that means you want to wear a tutu, yes, we'll accept that, right? Like if you want to wear a crown, like totally. And I want for us to like really go into this in a very playful manner. Like we forgot how to play in life, and as children, we used to cherish playtime. Like even my son, like everyone who has kids, like, oh, it's boring, like life is boring being like, my son is 9 years old and he's like, oh, I don't want to hang out with parents, it's boring. Well, yeah, like if you take that position, like we don't play, we barely ever play anymore. And so that is something that I am very much cultivating back into, because that's where our aliveness came from, right? um what else am I forgetting about spirituality workshops? We will host joy classes, passion classes. So There's so much, and then I'm not even talking about the events. And once we get there, I'll start talking about the events that we're gonna host. But also, we'll host networking events for women entrepreneurs once a month. So as member, first event is free, but as member of a Love Goddess Club, you will have opportunity to network and make connections with other women in business, right? We will host quarterly theme parties. So that's our opportunities to dress up, put that dress on that's hanging in our closet, never getting used, put the makeup on, put the high heels on, come in for music and fun, right? So we'll do that. What am I forgetting? Like, what am I forgetting? So, all instructors will also host their own individual offerings, and I do not, this is more of an independent on them. This is not necessarily through Lovegodesss Studio. They do have privilege to use Lovegodesss Studio space and to rent it on an hourly basis for when it's not being used. So, I know our instructors will offer their individual workshops as well. So this could be in-depth bachata class, right? So anything through Love Goddess Studio specifically, it's beginner friendly. But once you get into the groove and really want to learn more, then you can definitely and we would highly recommend signing up with our instructors for further in-depth immersion into that specific subject or dance class or spirituality or whatnot, right? You're welcome. There probably will be available for private coaching as well. So all of that will be also available. Oh my God, what am I forgetting here? What am I forgetting to share with you here? Oh, yes, we will be hosting between May 22nd and May 26th. We will be hosting Beta Week, is what I call it, just to test out how the flow of dance is happening. We are hosting free classes. So that means if you want to test out what Love Goddess Club is about, we will be offering that. You are welcome to attend. In fact, we'll start talking about this more once the schedule is a little bit more set in place, and we'll share the link to book your own classes. On May 27th, there will be private soft opening party. And we will be sending out invitations to our past clients. So that would be super fun. Our grand opening is probably going to happen about 2 months from now. As far as how the whole system is going to operate. So in the beginning, when we launch the Lovegodesss Studio, you'll get to experience your first class for free, and then you'll decide whether you want to sign up into the membership. The membership is going to be the founding members membership in the beginning, right? And it's going to be $30 per month. That will grant you a discount for a class to $25 per class, over $40 outside of membership, right? Founding members membership is only $30 for founding members only, right? Our regular price will go up to $50 once we get everything going, and will only increase from there, right? I will not I will not talk on other options and other solutions that we're gonna be expanding on later on. But in the beginning, it is membership based only. Members have priority at booking classes, and members have access to all the workshops and all the free events that the studio will be hosting, right? And sometimes private paid events as well. Oh gosh, what am I forgetting to mention here? Questions, ladies, questions. I'd love to hear your questions because I want to answer those questions for you. There's so much excitement that is coming, going to be unrolling and unfolding. I'm so excited to see everyone, not in a virtual manner, but in physical manner. It's going to be a life changing. It's going to be so amazing. This does not exist. This does not exist in the way that I'm putting it out. This is one of its kind, the first one of its kind. So it's going to be amazing, right? And I can't wait to share more informations while when I have that. Share this the schedule for the classes when I have them. But even though I'm gonna wrap up my live video in a second, I do want for you to ask questions and comments because I will address them in my other videos. In the meantime, let me go ahead and give you so it's Linktree / Katya Melvin. If you want to get on a wait list for classes, right? Let me actually get that in the comments for you. That way, you're able to go on a wait list and receive our updates firsthand. Give me 1 second. I'm logging in. Share. And when you log into Linktree, it says sign up for Dance Studio waitlist is how you want to put your name on, and that's how you're gonna get those details firsthand, right? Okay. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Friday live show with me, Katya Melvin, your favorite love goddess. And I can't wait to turn you into a love goddess because I know she's inside there. You're just not letting it come out. So I'm here to make it happen. I hope everyone having a wonderful Friday, and I will speak to you next week. Mwah. Love you. Bye.